Thomas was proud of his new role on the branch line. He had worked hard to earn it, taking care to be on time and to keep his passengers happy. He loved the winding track, the small stations, and all the sights he passed along the way. But there were still things he had to learn, especially with winter coming. One chilly morning, Thomas woke to find a thick blanket of snow covering the tracks. He shivered but felt excited to get started, certain that he could handle it. He even thought of himself as brave, like Gordon or James. But as he puffed through the snow, Thomas realized it was more challenging than he'd thought. His wheels slipped, and he struggled to stop at stations. "Take it slow, Thomas," his driver advised. But Thomas was determined to stick to his schedule. He kept up his pace, hoping he wouldn't disappoint his passengers. Thomas's determination was strong, but the snow kept making things tricky. He skidded on the icy rails and struggled with the slippery hills. Then, as he approached a steep incline, he tried to go too fast and whoosh! He slipped backward, landing in a soft snowdrift at the bottom of the hill. "Oh no!" Thomas cried. His face was half buried in snow, and his cheeks turned pink with embarrassment. He worried he would let down Sir Topham Hatt and his passengers, but luckily, his friends Percy and Toby soon arrived to help dig him out. "Slow and steady wins the race, Thomas," Percy teased, but he and Toby were both happy to help him back onto the tracks. A few days later, Thomas felt he was getting better at handling the snow. But one morning, as he was picking up his passengers at the station, Bertie the bus pulled up beside him with a cheeky grin. "Care for a race, Thomas?" Bertie teased. Thomas knew he was supposed to focus on safety, especially in winter, but he couldn't resist the challenge. "You're on, Bertie," he called back with a toot of his whistle. The two friends sped off, Thomas chugging faster than ever. He darted along the icy tracks, determined to keep up with Bertie. But as he rounded a sharp bend, his wheels slipped again, and this time he skidded right into a snowdrift. Covered from funnel to buffers in snow, Thomas had to admit that racing in winter was not his best idea. After his snowy mishaps, Thomas realized he had a lot to learn about winter weather. Sir Topham Hatt gently reminded him, a really useful engine knows when to go fast and when to go carefully. Thomas took the advice to heart. From then on, he practiced moving slowly and steadily, even on the coldest days. He learned how to approach icy patches with caution, stop gently at snowy platforms, and listen to his driver's guidance. When winter finally gave way to spring, Thomas was a wiser engine, grateful for the lessons he'd learned. He'd faced the snow and his racing urges, and he knew he'd grown a lot on his branch line. As he chugged through the warmer air, Thomas whistled happily, knowing he was becoming the really useful engine he always wanted to be.